Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 3, Book 39, number 536. Narrated by Salim. Abdullah bin Umar said, I knew that the land was rented for cultivation in the lifetime of Allah's apostle. Later on Ibn Umar was afraid that the Prophet had forbidden it, and he had no knowledge of it, so he gave up renting his land. Volume 3, Book 39, number 537. Narrated by Hanzla bin K. Rafi bin Khadij said, my two uncles told me that they, i.e. the companions of the Prophet, used to rent the land in the lifetime of the Prophet for the yield on the banks of water streams, rivers, or for a portion of the yield stipulated by the owner of the land. The Prophet forbade it. I said to Rafi, what about renting the land for dinars and dirhams? He replied, there is no harm in renting for dinars dirhams. Al-Layth said, if those who have discernment for distinguishing what is legal from what is illegal looked into what has been forbidden concerning this matter, they would not permit it, for it is surrounded with dangers. Volume 3, Book 39, number 538. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Once the Prophet was narrating a story, while a Bedouin was sitting with him. One of the inhabitants of paradise will ask Allah to allow him to cultivate the land. Allah will ask him, are you not living in the pleasures you like? He will say, yes, but I like to cultivate the land. The Prophet added, when the man will be permitted, he will sow the seeds and the plants will grow up and get ripe, ready for reaping and so on till it will be as huge as mountains within a wink. Allah will then say to him, O son of Adam, take here you are, gather the yield, nothing satisfies you. On that, the Bedouin said, the man must be either from Quraysh, i.e. an emigrant, or an Ansari, for they are farmers, whereas we are not farmers. The Prophet smiled at this. Volume 3, Book 39, number 539. Narrated by Sa'al bin Sa'd. We used to be very happy on Friday as an old lady used to cut some roots of the silk, which we used to plant on the banks of our small water streams, and cook them in a pot of hers, adding to them some grains of barley. Yaqub, the sub-narrator, said, I think the narrator mentioned that the food did not contain fat or melted fat, taken from meat. When we offered the Friday prayer, we would go to her and she would serve us with the dish. So, we used to be happy on Fridays because of that. We used not to take our meals or the midday nap except after the Jumu'ah prayer, i.e. Friday prayer. Volume 3, Book 39, number 540. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The people say that Abu Hurairah narrates too many narrations. In fact, Allah knows whether I say the truth or not. They also ask, why do the emigrants and the Ansar not narrate as he does? In fact, my emigrant brethren were busy trading in the markets, and my Ansar brethren were busy with their properties. I was a poor man keeping the company of Allah's apostle and was satisfied with what filled my stomach. So, I used to be present while they, i.e. the emigrants and the Ansar, were absent, and I used to remember while they forgot. The Hadith. One day the Prophet said, whoever spreads his sheet till I finish this statement of mine and then gathers it on his chest, will never forget anything of my statement. So, I spread my covering sheet, which was the only garment I had, till the Prophet finished his statement, and then I gathered it over my chest, by him who had sent him, i.e. Allah's apostle, with the truth. Since then I did not forget even a single word of that statement of his, until this day of mine. By Allah, but for 2 verses in Allah's book, I would never have related any narration from the Prophet. These 2 verses are, verily, those who conceal the clear signs and the guidance which we have sent down, up to, the merciful. 2.159 to 160.